In season 6 of Better Call Saul, Kim Wexler makes the decision to finally come clean, but protecting Jimmy demonstrates that she hasn't entirely overcome her dark side. The tragic truth about what happened to Ray Seahorn's Kim Wexler has only now come to light in the penultimate episode of Better Call Saul, Waterworks, after being discussed for 7 long years. Kim may still be alive, but she has become a suburban wallflower who engages in childish conversation over crack and mayonnaise, not together, certainly, never taking any independent action. One of the greatest tragedies in the history of Better Call Saul will be the disappearance of the strong, determined, and fearless Kim. Fortunately, a trip back to Albuquerque is enough to coax the old Kim Wexler out of hiding. First, she visits her old professional haunt, the Bernalillo County Courthouse, signing a legal confession to framing Howard Hamlin as a drug addict for financial gain. Kim details how Lalo Salamanca murdered Howard, but acknowledges she and Jimmy McGill were complicit in concealing the truth with yet more lies and chicanery. Kim takes bolder action still by bringing a copy of that confession straight to the door of Cheryl Hamlin, Howard's widow. During an understandably tense exchange, Kim finally tells Cheryl everything, or does she? On the surface, Better Call Saul Season 6's Waterworks represents atonement for Kim Wexler. She's righting some major wrongs: the initial Howard scam, Lalo's murder, the subsequent cover-up. Looking deeper, however, Kim's redemption is just like her, there's a piece missing. There are 2 major reasons behind Kim Wexler's sudden confession in Better Call Saul Season 6, one moral, one practical. As evidenced by Kim's starkly different Florida persona and her sudden emotional outburst on the bus after confessing to Cheryl, an immense guilt has been weighing Kim down since she departed Albuquerque 6 years prior. Whereas Jimmy McGill successfully brushed any emotions under a Saul Goodman-shaped rug, Kim's conscience has been slowly gnawing the back of her mind. Jimmy's out-of-the-blue phone call is then the match that ignites this long-gestating moral powder keg. When Kim advises her ex-husband to hand himself over and Jimmy replies, "And why don't you turn yourself in, seeing as how you're the one with the guilty conscience, huh?" Kim experiences something of a light bulb moment, confronting her hypocrisy and advising others to come clean while shouldering a massive burden of her own. On some level, Kim's confession may also represent a desperate attempt to distance herself from Jimmy McGill. During their Waterworks phone call, Jimmy argues, "We're both too smart to throw our lives away for no reason." Maybe Kim spills her guts to Cheryl Hamlin to prove, if only to herself, that she isn't as despicable as Saul Goodman and can still do the right thing. Better Call Saul's Kim Wexler is a renowned pragmatist, so there's a colder logic behind her finally confessing in Season 6, a whole 6 in-universe years after Howard's death. When Jimmy phones her, he points out that Gus Fring and Mike Armantrout are both dead. While Kim likely already knew this from reading news reports about the Heisenberg case, Jimmy's call confirms it: there's no one left alive to hunt her down for squealing. A justifiable fear of retribution has likely followed Kim all the way from Albuquerque to Florida, and if she had confessed earlier, Fring would have sent an uninvited visitor to put her straight. The only higher power Kim must answer to now is one she trusts: the U.S. legal system. Before Kim Wexler starts property hunting on Better Call Saul's moral high ground, one small but vital confession detail requires closer examination. When Kim visits Cheryl, she tells the complete truth about Howard's death, she and Jimmy's motivations, and their underworld connections. Kim is an open book, aside from one single untruth. Under intense angry widow questioning, Kim explains how the district attorney is unlikely to prosecute due to lack of evidence, adding, "There's no physical evidence. No remaining witnesses other than my ex-husband, assuming he's still alive." This is deliberate misdirection from Kim. She knows full well Jimmy McGill is alive because he phoned her, and before that, she had asked Francesca, so why the deliberate misdirection around Cheryl? In one respect, Kim's latest Better Call Saul lie could be told for self-preservation. Kim can't be prosecuted because no witnesses remain, something she knew before entering the courthouse, no doubt, but if the D catches Jimmy McGill and learns more about his involvement with the cartel, Kim's confession might suddenly come back to bite her. So long as Jimmy remains hidden, Kim can be certain she'll be a free woman, so she deliberately casts doubt over whether her ex-husband is alive and definitely doesn't mention the phone call. But surely the real reason Kim lies about Jimmy is love. Kim obviously despises the man Jimmy transformed into. She no longer recognizes, respects, or likes him, and Better Call Saul Season 6's penultimate episode makes reconciliation seem highly unlikely. And yet it's also obvious that the Kim-Jim connection still burns inside them both. Anger, blood and resentment may prevent them being together, but Kim loves Jimmy regardless. So much so, she would intentionally lie to Cheryl Hamlin's face during an otherwise tell-all confession to keep her ex-husband safe. Better Call Saul Season 6's Waterworks brings resolution to Kim's sins, but, once again, that dark side surfaces whenever Jimmy McGill is involved.